What's up everyone, my name is Josh and this is Josh Unboxed and welcome back to another video. And as always, before we start on with today's topic, I want to show you guys a couple of sales I made. 3 more cards have been sold and getting ready to be shipped out to their new owners. The first card is a 2016 Optic Holo of Paul George. So that's a first year Optic card. And then we got a 2018 Orange Holo of Russell Wilson. This is numbered to 199. And the last card that was sold is a 2019 Chronicles Tyler Hero rookie card. So in case you're wondering what I've sold them for, this one was sold for about $6. I think $6 or $7, can't remember. $10. And $1.50. So once again, we're just rolling through the sales. My goal is to at least generate a sale every day. Trying to build that level of consistency with listing and also selling. Things are always going out, things are coming in. Just a little quick thing here. I did pick up this one card today, and that is a 2015 Roman Reigns Pulsar Refractor. These are numbered to 75. I don't know if you guys can see it, but pretty cool card there to add to the collection. But with that out of the way, let's talk about the topic on hand, and that is budgeting your funds for the hobby. First and foremost, you know, the way I see this, the way I see sports cards and collectibles in general, is that it's a hobby first, right? Sure, you can make money out of this hobby, but if you come in looking at it from a pure hobby perspective, you know, collectability perspective, then you eliminate a factor of stress. And one of the stressors that comes with trying to invest, treat these things as investments, is the fact that you're always worrying about the prices of your cards, whether it's going up or down. You know, you're constantly checking comps almost every day, or you're checking the value of your cards every day to kind of find out when is the right time to sell. You're stressing about, you know, if a card dips significantly in value, you're trying to wonder to yourself, should I sell now or should I stay the course? You know, that kind of stuff, in my opinion, that is unnecessary stress. And one thing about this hobby, it's whatever you make it, right? I tend to want to look at it from a hobby standpoint, as a collecting standpoint rather than as an investing standpoint. But that does not to say that this should be purely, you know, just hobby only. I mean, there are some value to investing in sports cards, but if you're gonna do so, it's more along the lines of doing it for the long run, kind of like buying cards that are great long-term pieces. And I'm talking about things that you buy, you stash away, and you don't think about it for a very, very long time. So that's a pretty long intro or preamble, if you will. But what I really do want to talk about is setting yourself up with a budget. Like I said earlier, this is a hobby. This is something meant to be enjoyed. So just like how you utilize certain budgets for entertainment purposes, movies, dinner, food, shows, sporting events, you know, this is something that is within that realm. You know, collectibles, hobby, like whether you're collecting cards, video games, comic books, anything of that sort, it should be considered into the hobby entertainment category. So you want to allocate a budget with that and try your best to stick within that budget, because the last thing you want to do is over leverage yourself to the point where you're gonna have to do some like fire sales in order to sell some things off just to pay off for certain things. Let's say if you have an emergency that you have to pay off, but you got all your money you know, tied up in sports cards, then you might run into a problem and have to sell quickly, and you might have to sell at prices that, you know, that are going to come at a significant loss from what you initially invested in. So that's one of the things you don't want to do. You know, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that, but this is something that makes common sense, right? These things, these collectibles, whatever you're doing, whether it's video games, comic books, sports cards, Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, you know, these things should be treated as a hobby. Something that you do out of pure entertainment, for your enjoyment's sake. and not try to stress so much about the dollar amounts, right? This is something that I think you should come to expect to put money in and try not to expect to get money back, right? That's just the way I see it, and that's the way I'm kind of veering towards now more so than ever, is that I'm looking at it from a pure hobby standpoint and working with a limited budget. But in order to expand my budget or to be able to generate more income, to be able to fund this hobby, is that I have to flip. And this is something that I'm gonna end this video with, because I wanna do a separate video on how I flip sports cards in order to add more to the budget, and in order to, one, reinvest back into the business, and then two, use that profit to also buy into other pieces to add to the collection in order for long-term investment or things that I just want to add because I want them. So, you know, once again, it's balancing that collector investor mindset, but the whole thing is that you want to enter as a hobbyist and just try to focus on enjoying it rather than worry about the cost of cards, whether it's going up or down, because those are unnecessary stressors in your life that you need. You don't want to stress out about that. You got other things to worry about, you know? Why add something like this to that? So yeah, those are just my thoughts. Those are my opinions. Whether you agree or disagree, sound off below. If you found some value in this, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. And with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.